Good evening, everybody, and today I will be reviewing the Concorde. So the Concorde is a plane that can go 2 times the speed of sound, and today I will be reviewing. So luckily RFS has the Concorde. Thank you, developers of RFS, because without this plane, then I don't know where we would be. But this plane could go at like Mach 2.2, which is an impressive speed for such a plane, you know. You might also know that this plane does not have horizontal stabilizers, and the reason why is because of its delta wing design, and we'll get on to that later. But for now, we are just going to spawn in at an airport where it actually flew from. Yes, and that's Heathrow. There's tons of videos on YouTube about Concords taking off from London Heathrow, in which I've seen some of them, and it's an insane experience. But I've not actually seen it take off. Sadly, I've only seen videos. But this thing could just crush the sound barrier. So this plane, the Concorde, could actually go about the same speed as some fighter jets, which I think that's impressive. That is just so crazy. And in normal planes, if a normal plane broke the sound barrier, you may be asking, oh my gosh, what would happen? Well, yeah, let's just say that it would crumble apart. It would just crumble apart in air. Sorry, what the heck? I just realized that, the nose is so pointy. Jeez, and also it's night. I don't like nighttime in this game. It's just, I mean, it's beautiful, but like, I prefer daytime because of this. Anyways. Well, let's let's take a thumbnail screenshot here. Just a second. So you guys have clicked on the video because you've seen that right there. Okay. Let's reheat now. So these are actually called afterburners. And so what these do is they burn massive amounts of fuel and able to get this plane to high speeds. So I sound a little bit I sound a little bit like a know-it-all, but I kind of am. Whenever it comes to airplanes, I'm very knowledgeable about them. I've had people comment on my YouTube Shorts videos about I'm very knowledgeable, and also on my videos, because I am knowledgeable. You might Air France and British Airways actually owned a few of these. The only problem was, there was actually a few problems. I'm going to go over them. So our first problem was that whenever they went over the seas, they'd break the sound barrier. Nothing wrong with that, right? But if they went over land and broke the sound barrier, it would be really annoying. Like every day we have like 500 jets, flying over our country. But imagine 500 of these things that can break your eardrums flying right over a country. That'd be pretty annoying. Everybody would be in a doctor's office. So this thing can only fly across oceans. But this thing's fuel efficiency was not that good either. So those were 2 issues: fuel efficiency and the routes. And also, these planes were expensive to buy, really expensive. And I know a lot about planes because I've watched tons of documentaries on them. And this plane in 2003, there was one of these Concords taking off from an airport near Paris, or it was going to Paris. And what happened was, there was debris on the runway, and it got sucked to the landing gear, up to the engine, then 2 engines caught on fire, and it unfortunately crashed. And I also want to talk about the cockpit here. The cockpit. Now, this is the type of plane that I would not want to fly. I've seen tons of memes about this. And like, this is why I do not want to fly the Concorde. If I got asked, do you like to fly the Concorde? I'd say, could I be the pilot? I mean, not pilot. Could I be the first officer? Or could I at least be the captain? Because I'm not being the flight engineer. I mean, look at that. That poor flight engineer. There's always lots of controls. Well, look at that. Oh, there's so many things. Where's our Mach counter? Yep, there it is right there. There's our Mach counter. So we're going a little bit over Mach 1. We're hitting Mach 1.5. This thing can travel at Mach 2.2 if I'm correct. So it's pretty fast. Oh, I'm losing control. I think I need to get a little higher. How high am I? Am I just dumb, or can I not see how high I am? Yeah, let's just check this. So height, I'm about, dang it, I don't know how to reach it. Anyways, so there's another problem with this plane. I don't know if this was a problem or not, but it dragged a lot of smoke, you know. It had lots of smoke or exhaust, and it was loud. So it wasn't just the sonic booms; it was how loud this plane was. Like, this plane was loud on its takeoff. It could roar. It was basically the A-10 Warthog, but in a commercial jet. And I'm flying upside down. This is beautiful. You know what? You guys, that's our new thumbnail. Forget the thumbnail I took earlier. We're taking that one. All right, now. This is how professional pilots get out of a dive without getting a wing chopped off. Yep, that's how you get out. So, I am falling. Anyways, we got air friends here, so let's actually go back. While this loads, I want to talk a little bit about the airlines that owned it. So, British Airways, and Air France both own this. And Pan Am, in fact, ordered a lot of these planes. But they, not a lot of them, a few of them. But the only problem is that they did not come in because they were expensive, and the plane kind of shut down. The Pan American kind of went out of business before the Concorde did, so that was an issue. And I don't know what Airlines is, so I'm just gonna skip that. So Pepsi also owned this. So Pepsi actually had a commercial. In fact, go and check out my video about the Pepsi commercial ad. So what they done is they bought a Concorde, an old Concorde from Air France. Air France gave it to them. And so overnight, about this time, what they do is they took off with an unpainted livery, and then they put it in a hangar. And this all was in a secret so that nobody knew what was going on with Pepsi. And so once it got into the hangar, they painted it in the Pepsi livery. And of course, this plane had a lot of issues with the Pepsi thing. But anyways, so the blue livery made the plane get hotter, and it kind of bent the cockpit. So it made this plane not very, it was not a very good, and it was not a very good commercial. I mean, yeah, it probably was. I don't know. Was there actually a commercial or not? I don't know. I think there was. But when they flew it, I don't know if this is true or not. I just found it on a documentary. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure the cockpit had dents in it a little bit from the color. Because white is one of the most efficient colors for not getting hot. And like colors like red you know, in a car, like, it matters on colors, like, it'll get hotter on the inside for colors. Well, that's kind of what happened that's kind of the same with airplanes, too. Now, I can ramble on about this plane's history for 5 hours, but let's just get this plane on the ground. So, let's, land this. Now, warning, I'm not a butter professional in the Concorde. If it was an A330 or a 777, yeah, I could do that quite easily. But this plane, I tell you, oh my gosh, this is hard. Like, what it'll do is it stalls out so quick. That's just the problem. I mean, look at this. We are in a normal plane. This is a dangerous maneuver here. I don't know. Never mind. So, this plane likes to stall out. That's all I have to say. I mean, look at this. I'm already sinking really bad with those afterburners. Look at that. Look at that. Those afterburners have to burn themselves just to power my way onto the runway. Man, I feel so sorry for whoever had to fly this plane. I love it. I love this plane. But it ain't all what it's made up to be. Another issue about this plane is what was I gonna say? You know what? Never mind. Actually, yeah, is that it wasn't an issue. This plane is advanced. Like, this plane came out in like 1969, and this plane is still modern. Like, this plane is still modern and advanced. So I landed really early, like really early. But let's stop this plane here. Does this thing have reverse? I don't think it does. But this plane was advanced. It had an advanced autopilot system, which makes this plane crazy. Oh my gosh. He can do stuff. Oh my gosh. So this plane had an advanced autopilot system as well. So let's just take right back off, and I will end the video with goodbye. Please like, subscribe. Wait, am I saying the right thing?